Hi everyone, it's Tammy at Frou-frou Studio. Welcome back to the channel. If you're here for the first time, welcome. I'm glad you decided to join me today. I am going to be working on the next letter in the hashtag ABCJLC challenge. It's a prompt challenge that is being hosted by Jody Lewis Creations, and she has taken suggestions from her Facebook group for different letters of the alphabet, and then she puts them in the little spinner, and she has three prompts and a bonus prompt for each letter, and she does these every other Wednesday. So it's a bi-weekly challenge, not a daily or a weekly. It is a bi-weekly. So if you're interested in starting now, or you want to go back and start at the beginning, I encourage you to go visit Jody's channel and see what she has going on. Now, I found Jody through Bella Boo Creations. Belle over there is doing this challenge, and so that is how I discovered Jody, and yeah, if you're looking for a Facebook group to join that enjoys journaling and has swaps and different things going on, then go over and join her group. She does require you to answer a couple questions at the beginning, but they're real simple questions. And she has made it a point to say that if you do not answer the questions, she's not going to accept you into the group. And a lot of times when these groups ask the questions, it's kind of to prevent a bot from finding Facebook groups, and it keeps the group more legit, I guess, without advertisers or people that are trying to sell other things from getting into your group. You more or less are proving that you're a real person. So today's prompts were a bit challenging, so I'm going to do something kind of out of the box, and we're just going to go from there and see how it goes. I'm doing my prompts on these 3x5 index cards that have a grid back. You can do them on whatever you like. I know Jody and Belle are doing theirs on Rolodex cards, but I think whatever you want to do them on is totally up to you. The reason I chose to do them on this is, one, I don't have a Rolodex, but two, I can store them in my little vintage file box here, and keep them all together. So that's why I chose to do it. So today, the prompts are, they couldn't be further apart. So I'm going to do my best to put them together. We have a heron, the bird, which I love, harlequin, house, and the bonus was hobby. And I think I have those in the right order. But anyway, I'm doing all four, so it really doesn't matter. So what I want to start with is putting something on here for a background. So I have these little pieces of German text from an old German book, and I'm going to put those kind of around the edges, just to have something in the background. It doesn't have to be precise because I'm also going to use this washi tape, which has a harlequin print on it around all the way around the perimeter. So I just kind of want to get this on here to cover anywhere that tape may not cover. So I think if I just glue them on kind of like that, we'll be okay. So I hope everyone is doing good today. My goal is to get 3 videos done today because my niece, who is graduating next month from college, has a presentation tomorrow, and my sister and I are going to go to that, and so I'm going to lose some of my recording time to go to that tomorrow afternoon, so I'm trying to get ahead. She is getting her degree in social work, bless her heart. That is a hard field to work in, and especially hard right now. So she's an excellent student, so I'm really proud of her. But this is kind of like one of her senior projects, and it's kind of like, from what I understand, kind of like a science fair, where everybody has a project in social work that they are presenting. So I'm anxious to see what she has done for that. So now I'm going to go just around the edges. And this is just to reinforce the harlequin design. More than anything, it's not structural. Is that right? It's not holding anything together. So we'll get that around there, and then we'll start focusing on putting this together. The hardest thing I think about this one was you really have, with these prompts, three items that can be a focal point. You've got your heron, and then you've got a harlequin, and then you've got a house. So, yeah, you gotta kind of choose which one you want to be your focal point. And go from there. Of course, you know, hobby, you could just make the card and be fine, because we're kind of always already doing our hobby, right, by making something. Ooh, that one's not straight. But I am going to kind of represent one of my other hobbies, just to kind of change it up a little bit. Yep, that's better. If I can cut this straight, that may be a different story altogether. Alright, so there's my background. We'll ink everything around the edges when we when I get finished. I'm not going to be inking individual parts, I don't think, except for my big part. Alright, so this is going to represent my house. And it was on baseboard, and I took a lot of the back off of it so it wouldn't be so thick. And I am going to ink around this piece because I had to trim it down just a little bit. It was a little bit too wide. And then if you'll notice, there is a heron flying outside the window. Well, that is representative of not only the heron, but my other hobby, because I actually drew that heron with a pen behind that window. So it is going to go on here like this. So that takes care of 2 of the prompts as far as I'm concerned. And I'm going to glue this down with 3-in-1 glue because if I try to put glue stick or art glitter glue, because I peel the back off this cardboard, I feel like it's going to soak down in the cardboard and not glue down. So as bad as I hate to, and I say all the time that I hate this glue, and I really don't. It is an excellent glue, but I can't use this glue without getting it all over me. I don't know why. And then it just feels gross when you get it on your fingers, and it definitely will eat your nail polish off of your fingers because it's acetone based. So, but other than that, it works really well, especially when you're gluing like metals down or fabrics and stuff like that. So I'm very pleased with the way it works. I just don't like getting it all over me. I think it's one of those things that, well, I know you don't like it when you get it all over your fingers, so I'm going to make you get it all over your fingers. So we're just going to kind of center our little bird there. And I used my, my pigment liners to draw that on there because it has kind of a slick surface. And I didn't want it to run or anything like that. Alright, so there is my heron and my house. And I guess a window is close enough. Alright, so now I have my harlequins. And they're going to go on here. And I have a little bottle of ink that I'm going to put on here. And I left, this is baseboard too, but I left it thick. Because I want him to look like he's dipping his little stick in there like a paintbrush. And then I have my letter H. And you don't have to put the letter on the prompts. I just choose to do it because it reminds me when I go back and look what I was doing, even though I've written the prompts on the back. I started out putting letters on them, so I'm going to try to continue that. And so I'm going to put it, and it also brings in another little shot of blue. So it's going to go just like that. So the H needs to go first. I think I'm going to do it kind of in the middle and down. No, I'm not going to be able to do it in the middle because I want you to be able to see enough of it. So I'm going to do it about right there. Okay, and the harlequins, or the whatever they are, they look more like jesters, but they have harlequin costumes on, pretty much, are out of the antiquarian sticker book, and so is the H. I knew if I was going to find something funky, like a harlequin, it would be in that book. Okay, so then if I put the ink bottle there, is that far enough over? A little bit further because I don't want... So if I put it right under the F, there, that should be right. Then we'll put our other little guy on here. Oops. See, I get this thing, glue all over me too, but it wipes off a lot easier. Oops. Get your footsies up there. I don't want to have to cut your footsies off. Okay. So there's that. The only other thing I'm going to do is maybe find a red ink and do a couple little splatters like he's made a mess while he's working on whatever it is he's working on. I was hoping I had either a red H or a blue ink bottle, but I didn't. So we went with the red. It'll be alright. Okay, let's find my little itty bitty splatter stamp. I think it's in here. Nope. So it's stuck to the lid. Nope. Alright, where are you? I'm knocking everything over. I've been working on my, Junk Journal Madness Journal, so I just kind of pushed everything over to the side so I could get this filmed, and so I keep knocking everything over. Normally I don't have stuff stacked up on my desk. Okay, red. Let's see what my reds look like. Let's use this one. Alright, let's try fire brick first. I'll try to match kind of what's in that ink bottle there. I'll stamp it on my book over here. That's pretty darn close, isn't it? I think that's gonna work. So let's put some here. And some over here. Yep, I think that'll work. And now, now I'm going to ink around the whole thing and we'll be done. And that one will be in the books. Little quick video because I drew that heron when I wasn't filming, but I didn't want to make a super long video for me to draw a little bird. Alright, so there we go. We have all four. We have a house, roughly interpreted, a heron, harlequin, and a hobby. So again, it's hashtag ABCJLC, hosted by Jody Lewis Creations. And like I said, jump over to her YouTube channel and you can see what she's doing for the prompts, and also check out our Facebook group. And check out Bellaboo Creations as well. She's very talented and quite entertaining, and I really like watching her videos. So that's it for this one, guys, and I'll see you back in a little bit for Junk Journal Madness. Until then, bye.